Uh-oh, can you hear me now? Oh my gosh, we've had no volume this whole time, Cameron? Were you able to share? Can you guys hear me now? Let me make sure that's going on. Sorry about that, guys. You can't hear me? That's a problem. Hold on. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, good. Sorry about that. Let me start again. So, yeah, I don't know how that happened. I swear, there's always technical stuff going on here. But thank you for letting me know, Crystal. So what I was saying is, we are focusing on a general love forecast. So this is for those who hop on and are just really wanting to take a look and see what comes through here. So this was the first card that came forward, Inner Strength. So it does say, I gave my all, everything I had inside me, but it wasn't enough. Was it ever enough? Am I good enough? Why am I the one that's here? Heartbroken. I don't deserve this. I'll be all right. I'm strong. This pain is trying to shatter me. I won't let it. I will overcome. So this reminds me of somebody that's gone through some major challenges, not just necessarily in your love life, but it could just be life overall, where you just feel like there's so much that's just weighing heavily on you. So wherever you are on your healing journey, I feel it's really important for you to just spend time on your own, being able to heal parts of you that need it. And this card came through right after it. I mean, just an interesting combination, Locked Out. So this might have been somebody that ended up hurting you. Could have been an ex-partner. I'm not sure if it was somebody who could have been abusive, not necessarily physically, unless that's what was actually happening. But they could have been very manipulative. They could have hurt you maybe through infidelity, however way that happened. And so I'm kind of feeling, if you relate to this, that you've had to be able to pick yourself back up, you know, and that's not always that easy. But there's also an added interpretation to this card, because it does say, please let me in. I can't be there for you the way you want me to be if you don't let me in. I know you've been hurt in the past, and that's clarifying that there. But that's not me. I'm here for you to heal that broken heart of yours. Please tear down these walls you've built around us. Let me in. So this kind of reminds me of a relationship where this person is actually a really good person that can be maybe pretty compatible in a romantic partnership. But if you are maybe unhealed or still hurting in any way, shape, or form, you might be pushing love away. Or it could be reversed. You could be dealing with somebody that you're really wanting to get close to, but they seem to just be pushing you away. Okay? Now, this is the next card. We've got healing. I mean, just the way these cards have presented itself here today, you know, if you relate to this, somebody was hurt. Maybe you both ended up getting hurt as a result of, you know, maybe infidelity or trust issues, or the other person did something to hurt the other. And clearly there is this need to heal. This one says, you hurt me. So it's clarifying here, you know. I feel especially with the Inner Strength card and this healing card, it could maybe represent Divine Feminine. And you could be coming through in this energy that you are acknowledging the pain that somebody has put you through. And then we've got this middle card right here saying, that's not me, you know, so I'm not the one that hurt you. Let me in, you know, that type of vibe. But if you're not ready to allow somebody else, maybe somebody new, to come in, then you got to honor where you're at on your healing journey. So yeah, you hurt me, you shattered my hopes and dreams, you kept me in the shadows, ashamed of our love. You didn't appreciate my love, my time, my generosity, my heart, my presence. I had to work to find myself again, to bring myself towards the light, to heal me. You can't hurt me anymore. So I really feel whoever this is for, oops, I'm off camera. Whoever this is for, it's reminding you, if you relate to this, that you got to do what feels right in your heart. You don't ever want to rush your healing journey here. You know, follow your gut instincts. Pay attention to any red flags that you might be seeing when it comes to people that want to come into your life, especially if you're just, you know, a little bit weary also. All right, let's grab some tarot and let's see what is happening here. How fitting is this? We've got the Nine of Wands. Just look at the energy. Okay, so we've got somebody here. have a broken heart that's healing. Okay, you've had some days that brought out these darker clouds, but you know, as you continue to heal, this is an indication that the sun will rise, that the sun will come out again, that there are better days ahead of you. So that's a perfect card to come out. So if you're able to relate to that, you know, acknowledge where you are at again on the journey. We've got the Hangman. So a Hangman represents the need maybe to let go, to make room for better, to surrender. You know, it's taking a step back perhaps from a situation in order to get a better, newer perspective on the person you might be dealing with, or just the overall vibe of the relationship. We've got the Fool, okay? Maybe somebody was being foolish in the connection, but this is also an indication of a fresh start for you if that's something that you need. Because what you're looking for is somebody that, you know, love should be easy. It shouldn't be challenging. It shouldn't be something that you are working so hard to get. You know, you just ultimately know when it's compatible, when it works. So this is the right person, I feel, that may come in for you once you're fully healed from something that might have happened in the past. We've got the Star. Yes, it can represent wish fulfillment, a wish come true, but it can also represent self-care. So I feel, just based off of what we're seeing here, and I'm not sure, you know, who's watching this and relating to this, but there is this need to just take your time moving forward, especially if you've been hurt by somebody here. And that's what's ultimately going to put you on the right path to manifest maybe a new wish, or to be able to have your wish come true in a very different way. Oh, I'm not surprised to see that, the Tower. So you definitely have had and experienced some sort of destructive relationship. Maybe it was a very chaotic time in your life. Maybe this was unexpected. It could have been an unexpected breakup. It could have been an unexpected revelation. You know, something like everything's going along great, and all of a sudden you find out that you're dealing with a cheating partner. You know, something like that. It's like the bomb dropped. It's like all of a sudden. And there's only one way to go. When you see this Tower card, there's only one way to go, which is up. But you got to pay attention to the red flags if you haven't actually experienced that. Let's see what else. Wow, Magician, followed by the Seven of Swords. Look at that. So Seven of Swords is somebody who betrayed you somehow. They hurt you for sure. We see that here, okay? So let's just say you were dealing with a partner that you saw them as the one. You know, you felt like, this is my ideal mate. We're going to be together forever. And then next thing you know, they're cheating on you. That is, if that's what happened. It could have been a love triangle, could have been a third party. But if it wasn't that, it was some other form of betrayal, perhaps, or they just weren't being upfront with you, and that contributed to this Tower. And we've got the Magician right next to it. I feel maybe you guys were on very different pages. You wanted to manifest particular things in your relationship, but your person could have been interacting with other people. Look how fitting this is. Inner strength, and now we've got the Strength card coming through. Exactly. Some of you guys could be a Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo. So I feel with these two cards coming forward for the opening message of this reading, that, you know, you've hit rock bottom somehow, and you're going to have to find a way to pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, and find the courage and the strength to take that first necessary step forward. See what else. I don't know. This seems to be coming through for the Divine Feminine. Okay. So Divine Feminine, if you're dealing with heartbreak or disappointment, certainly when it comes to your love life, it's going to take time to heal from that type of pain. It's not going to happen right away. So just be kind to yourself. We do have the Temperance card. I feel it's just a matter of time before you're able to find peace in your life, in your heart. And it's so interesting how both of these cards have the feminine energy, and they're both in the same pose, just trying to be zen about it, you know, especially if there's a lot of chaos going on around you. That could be representing that Tower. So it's going to take time. That is what we see here. You might have been dealing with somebody who just treated you like an option, had way too many people perhaps surrounding them that could have been interested in them romantically. And, you know, maybe you found out that they were just treating you like an option here. So, of course, that would hurt you. But depending on when this happened, I feel, again, if you relate to this, there's somebody that wants to come in that might actually be a really good love connection for you. But because you've been so hurt, you might be a little bit apprehensive to just allow somebody in. That could be an added interpretation of that. All right, so I don't know who that was for, but that is what presented itself in the opening message. So let's continue to take a look at the general love forecast energy. All right, what else do we need to bring forward here? Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I didn't realize we didn't have volume for like the first maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But I'll note that down in the comments once the live broadcast has completed. All right, what else do we need to know here for the collective, please? Angels and spirit guides. Devotion. Okay. Let's see what else. Fifth dimension. We've got regret. This for me is coming through for two people who are not together in the 3D. Okay, we clearly see their regrets here. You guys had so much love for each other at one point in time, and then something happened here. Let's see what else. Admired. I'm kind of picking up off of this vibe, like they're keeping tabs on you somehow. They're admiring you from a distance because they can't be with you for now anyway. This person could have also been somebody that you let go of, you know, letting go of this chapter of your life. Something might have happened here in the 3D. So let's go ahead and see what that might be. I'm also getting that this person didn't appreciate the connection that they had with you at the time that you guys were together. And once things kind of fell apart and you guys went your separate ways, especially if you relate to this and you got to a point where you're like, you know what? Okay, I get it. I'm letting go. I'm moving on. And the moment that energy shifted for them, something switched up. Something changed. And now they regret the fact that you guys had to go your separate ways. Look at these cards. We've got the Fool. We've got the Sun. So, you know, in the 5D energy, it seems that they're still kind of reliving those days when you guys were happy, when everything felt really nice in the partnership. They're focusing on wanting to have this new beginning in real life, you know, not just a fantasy, not just a dream, not just in the 5D. Divine Feminine, Empress. So a masculine could be regretting that they either ended things or you guys decided to part ways for whatever reason. Look at this. So it could be the feminine that decided to move on. That is what I'm seeing here. Some of you guys might have actually, I don't know if you were married or if you guys were certainly coupled up, maybe had a family together. I'm feeling more so it's the feminine that decided, you know what, this isn't working, I have to go. Four of Swords. Three of Swords. So yeah, this hurt for you guys to go your separate ways and to end the partnership, but I kind of feel it needed to happen. For some of you, I mean, Three of Swords can certainly pick up off of a potential love triangle here. And I'm just feeling for my feminines that you just needed to get away from that. You needed to spend time on your own to really figure things out for yourself. And the tables have turned. Look at this, Four of Cups. So this could represent the other person because Yes, it can represent depression. It can represent apathy. It can represent their regrets. We see that here. 100%. Oh, thank you, Crystal. We'll take care of your request. Yeah, so regrets. They're feeling that they had a chance to fix things and they didn't do anything about it. They did not do crap about it. And so now here they are. All they've got left are their memories, you know, connecting with you in the 5D. They might be dreaming about you, certainly thinking about you. But they could also be feeling like they would just look like a fool if they were to try to reach out at this point. You know, it's like, have I truly missed out on the chance to be with my person? That has certainly crossed their thoughts. They're not sure if you would ever take them back. It came to an end for a reason. Yep, look, got the death card right here. Some of you guys might even be thinking of Scorpio here. You could be the Scorpio, they could be the Scorpio. But you know, whenever we see this card, it's like, yes, something had to phase out, something needed to maybe come to an abrupt end, but it also could be a saving grace because it gives you the opportunity to focus on your own life, to be able to create a transition or transformation in your own life. So maybe this person, they had the chance to really assess who they are as a person, how they treated you, certain things that they said or did, and it hurt even more once they finally woke up to the realization of what they did. So yes, there's the opportunity for a new beginning, but I have a feeling here, especially for my feminines, that's something that you chose for yourself. And we might have a masculine here who wants to start fresh, but maybe they are feeling like it's not a realistic expectation. The World, yeah, that cycle completed. You know, it's like, okay, game over, time to start a new chapter. Damn, okay. And now look at this, 10 of Wands. So they're feeling it. They are feeling the ramifications of their actions from before. And this is this heaviness that they're carrying around with them. It's unbearable. I'm kind of feeling that for this person. And not to say that they're not going to find love again. They certainly could. Maybe they're with somebody else at this point. But there's still something about this connection that still affects them to this day. Look at this. We've got the Moon. So they were deceptive somehow. It doesn't always have to be a third party or an affair, but they needed to be open and honest, and that's what contributed more than likely to a shakeup and maybe a tower moment and the breakup here. Ace of Swords. This is their wake-up call right there. You know, it's like clarity that they didn't have before. And let's just say there was a third party for some of you. If this is coming through now, they clearly want a fresh start. They know what it is that they needed to cut out in order to come towards you as a better person. Maybe that's a reality for this individual, but they're still feeling like they would probably run into some sort of blockage if they did try to reach out to you. For some of you guys, maybe you've already moved on. You're in a better relationship, perhaps. This could be an ex-partner who's got so many regrets. So many. And my feminines, you're coming in as this amazing Queen of Wands. You know, you found the strength within you to do what was necessary for you, your life. You're coming through as a very attractive person, sexy, confident. You know, those are qualities that maybe at one point in time they kind of took for granted. Ooh, look at the next card. Look, we've got divine counterparts here. So, you know, it's almost like the universe gave them this amazing relationship and they did not see it. They were kind of blind to it, you know, especially if they wanted their cake and eat it too. Especially if they felt, you know, the whole grass is greener thing going on with somebody else. And maybe they took action to make that happen with someone else, when in fact, they already had what they were looking for with you. So now they just feel stupid. That's what I'm getting. That's the energy. It's like, holy crap, what did I do? So if this is an ex-partner, guys, not that you want to get back with an ex, but unless you do. I'm kind of feeling regrets from past partners, especially if they were the reason why you guys broke up. So let's grab some words here. I rarely use this deck, but it's actually a great deck. It's Love Messages by High Priestess 1111. So let's grab some verbiage here. This could be from somebody that you're thinking about now. It could be from an ex-partner. We'll see. Angels and spirit guides, please bring forward the messages that need to come through for the collective, for whoever is tuned in to this message. Okay, let's grab some verbiage. I acted like it wasn't a big deal when it really was breaking my heart. There you go. You know, they could have been so nonchalant about it, especially, you know, when you guys went your separate ways, like it didn't bother them. It bothered them big time, but they weren't about to let you know that. Let's see what else. It's like, it's no big deal. I can move on. I can find love again. It's like, sure you can. But you're actually moving away from somebody who could have been your perfect match. Okay. Your beautiful face is always on my mind. Basically, they're always thinking about you. They're dreaming about you, fantasizing about you. Look at this next card. It kind of is in tune with that last message. I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen. You know, they're clearly dreaming about maybe wanting to revisit the connection, having an opportunity to start the conversation with you again. But if you're already focused on somebody else, maybe that can't happen. I'm truly sorry for my words and actions. So the way it's presenting itself here today, guys, it seems like you might have an ex-partner who now regrets how they treated you, certain things that they said at that time. And the more you guys are apart and the more, you know, maybe the farther you drift away, it packs more of a punch, because now that they're perhaps older or they've really had time, plenty of time to really allow this whole experience to sink in, now it hurts. Hurts even more than they perhaps thought it would. Nine of Swords. They're very anxious. They could be dealing with depression. Nine of Swords, it's pretty intense. It's feeling hopeless. You know, feeling hopeless, like they can't do anything about it at this point. So I do feel that for some of you when it comes to a previous partner. And this can also represent sort of like that nighttime anxiety where you can't sleep. You know, you can't seem to stop your mind from thinking. They're thinking about you. They're wanting maybe a new beginning, but they just don't know how to make this all happen. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups, followed by the Two of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. So in an ideal world, if we could give you guys another opportunity, for those of you who would at least be willing to listen to this person, because this is somebody that you were romantically linked to in the past, they could have held themselves back from really expressing how they felt, how they loved you. Maybe they just weren't very expressive, especially if there were other people in the mix. But now what they're focused on here, if they actually could have this, is a new beginning. They still feel love in their heart for you. They see you as their ideal mate, you know, soulmates, partnership. And isn't it interesting how it's lining up like this? I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen. And we have the Two of Cups right below it. I'm truly sorry for my words and actions. But what I can tell you with that Seven of Pentacles right next to that, it's somebody who still doesn't want to give up on the idea that you guys can maybe work it out someday. But that could all be a fantasy at this point, you know, especially if you don't want them back anymore. If, however, you do, this is where they're at. You know, if you are dealing with somebody that just, you know, nonchalant, like the breakup, the separation didn't bother them, it's coming through here that it actually did. More than they let on. Absolutely, more than they let on. Yeah. So if they hurt you, they ended up hurting themselves even more. That is what I'm getting here. Wow. All right, let me grab one more. We've got the Magician. Some of you guys could be Gemini or Virgo, or that could be the person you're thinking about. This is 100% what it is they're focused on. If they absolutely could have what it is that they want in the connection, they would want to be able to manifest something here in the 3D. We've already seen that they pick up off of your vibe in the 5D. Maybe you're picking that up too. But they don't want, but I can't speak. They don't just want this to be a fantasy of theirs or a dream. They want it to be a reality. That's what I've got there. Unbelievable. All right, guys. I don't know who that was for, but that is wrapping up our general love forecast. That was pretty intense. So, okay, Crystal, I see your comments. I haven't had a chance to read them. Let me see here. And Ashanta, you requested a reading, so we'll definitely get that going for you. So give me 1 second. Let me read through your comments here. Okay. Okay, your question is, I had an amazing relationship with my ex-husband, Johnny, who is a Cancer, and Jay, who is a Scorpio. I wonder, Johnny remarried to Gigi, how long will it last? She is an Aquarius. Oh, so your ex-husband remarried somebody else. Okay. Okay, so him and Gigi rushed to get married, but Carrie, I think they both are in regret. Jay and Johnny, I don't think Johnny and Gigi marriage will last. They've been married for a year. Okay, thank you, Carrie. I just want to give you, oh, of course, what happened between us and Jay, listening to his sister about our breakup. And I knew I was in a great relationship and marriage with my ex. Both were long-term relationships. With Jay, 5 years, and Johnny, 7 years. Oh, wow. I would listen to them. Which one Carrie will try to come forth again, or is it both of them? Okay, so you want to know if both Johnny and Jay will come forward. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that for you. Okay. All right, so Cameron, you've got Ashanta's information, so let me go ahead and start with that. Thank you. And then Crystal will go ahead and do your reading after Ashanta's request, since she came in first. Okay, and if anyone else is interested in getting a personal reading while I'm doing this one, feel free to go ahead and submit that in the comments. So let's begin. So Ashanta, Libra, what's James, Gemini, the Gemini thoughts on me at the moment and his next actions and when? Okay. So let's see. What am I drawn to here? Okay. So you are Libra, James is Gemini. So let's take a look at his divine masculine energy, okay? Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta, Libra, and James, Gemini. He's coming through with this dominant energy. Okay, let me see what else. Whenever I see that, especially in a divine masculine reading, it kind of reminds me of a masculine who wants to be in charge. You know, they could be more of a dominant figure energy in the relationship. So we have discontent coming through as well. Okay. Are things overall good between the two of you, Ashanta? There's something coming through that he's discontent. I don't know if that's something pertaining to the relationship or if he feels discontent in his life about something. Okay, we'll see. What else? Focusing on James, Gemini, and the connection with Ashanta, Libra. Gratitude, okay. So this is what I'm getting. You know, I don't have a whole lot of background here, but ultimately I'm feeling like even though he might not feel that it checks all the boxes for him, the relationship, you guys are broken up, I still feel, based off of what's coming through here, he was still grateful to have connected with you in this lifetime. And just when you said you guys broke up, we've got the Journey card coming through. So it's an indication here for James that right now he's just walking the path that he's meant to be on in his life. And that seems to be away from you at the moment. Let's see what else. Give me one more card, please, focusing on James, Gemini, and the connection with Ashanta, Libra. Did you guys get into some sort of disagreement or argument maybe the last time you guys spoke? The reason why I ask is, you know, sometimes when I see this card, it's somebody who could be either still angry about something or they're not expressing it, which is why it's kind of building up as rage here. And then bottom of the deck, we've got discover. So if he feels the need to discover other people, other connections, what life has to offer him, that could be the road he's traveling at this point in time. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what else we can find out here. That's currently what I'm getting. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta, Libra, and James, Gemini. So currently, Ashanta, what I'm getting is he's kind of focused on, I don't know if he's talking to other people right now, but certainly just keeping his options open. That's what I'm getting from him. But let's take a deeper look with tarot. Let's see. The two of you, James, Gemini, Ashanta, Libra. Okay, so there is definitely this need for both of you to want the same things, be on the same page. That's the only way that this is going to work, to be able to work together, to be able to build a good foundation in the relationship. Excuse me. He is thinking about you, though. Even though, you know, there was something about the relationship that he wasn't happy about, he's still thinking about you. Let me just grab some water. Sorry, too much talking today. He is thinking about you. And one of the things about the Six of Cups is it can be a reunion card, or at least the desire to come back together. But if it's next to discontent, he's not sure if he wants that. That's kind of what I'm getting here. He is showing up as the Emperor, though. Still very grateful, again, to have connected with you in this lifetime. He's just not sure if he's wanting to revisit the partnership. You know, that could be a temporary thing. So we'll see. Yeah, he's just starting a new chapter. Just kind of keeping his options open when it comes to his romantic connections here. He wants to be able to see what else is out there for him. Okay, let's see. Three of Wands. This is a card of looking ahead, you know, looking towards the horizon, like what is in the future for him. So I feel, just based off of what I'm seeing, he's keeping his options open and just wondering, you know, where can this go next with the next person? I don't feel currently that he's focused on wanting to revisit the connection, even though he is clearly thinking about you. It's crossed his mind, but he's also questioning whether it has what it takes to go the distance. Let's see. Ace of Wands. I feel if he's, you know, on the fence, or if he's confused about what to do right now, it's just a matter of time before he is able to get a clearer mind, a clearer way of thinking, the clarity that he needs in order to either move on with somebody else, or maybe he's out there, you know, really wanting to date other people, talking to other people, and he could find out later on that you're the one that he wants to be with. But that's not where he's at currently. As of right now, he just kind of wants to travel his own journey, do his own thing, and explore. So, you know, it's like one of those things where when you love somebody, you got to set them free. And if they come back to you, then it's meant to be. It kind of reminds me of that type of vibe, that type of energy. We've got the Page of Wands, okay? We've got the Tower, so that indicates the separation, the fact that you guys are not together at this point in time. And Page of Wands is clarifying that he just wants to be a free spirit right now. Yeah. So we've got the Eight of Cups. It is an indication that he is walking away. He's leaving it behind. He's focused more so on growing from this experience, not so much going back to it. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty finite message coming through there. And then we've got the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords, a transition that's happening here between the two of you, but it's confirming with both the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords that he has chosen to leave this behind. He's releasing whatever he feels is past baggage. He's allowing his life to transition away from this and to just grow from it. That is what I'm getting. But let me go ahead and take a look and see if I can pick up off of any sort of time frames that maybe you'll pick up off of particular signs that you see. Enigma Riddle, yeah. We've had some audio issues the first maybe 5-10 minutes. So just fast forward and you'll be able to get the audio. So Cameron, if you could just add that in the comments that there's no audio on like the first 10 minutes maybe. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Ashanta, Libra. Give me a time frame, please, when there's a potential for communication with James, Gemini. Okay, so Ashanta, look, this is what you're getting when you least expect it. So it's one of those things where you gotta just kind of forget about it, live your life the best way that you can. And if he feels the need to reach out, then it's just gonna happen on its own, you know? So you're not meant to put your life on hold in any way, shape, or form. Focus on yourself right now, because that clearly is coming through that that's what he's focused on, you know? So do yourself a favor and kind of detach, perhaps more so in your heart space, since you guys are already broken up, and just live the best life that you can. And if there is the opportunity for you guys to talk again someday, it'll happen on its own, you know? So it might actually surprise you when that happens, but there seems to be a potential of it coming through when you least expect it. That is the message. Okay, so I hope that helps. Not the best news as far as, you know, you guys getting back together. But, you know, energies change all the time. But what I can tell you based off of what I'm seeing from James right now, that's the trajectory that he's on. Okay, so I hope that offers you some clarity at this point where he's at. Okay, thank you so much. All right. Let's see what is next. Oh, Crystal. Okay, so you're up next. All right, give me 1 second here. Put that deck, there it is. Okay, so there's a lot coming through energetically when it comes to your reading. Okay, so you are the Libra. Okay, so I know that you had what you say is an amazing relationship with your ex-husband, so Johnny. Cancer. So let's take a look at this. It's kind of like a two-part thing. Let's take a look at the energy between you and Johnny currently, and then Jay, Scorpio. So Jay, as you mentioned, Jay is in another relationship too, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a lot to read here. Do you see him and Gigi marriage ending on Johnny's side? So let's take a look at Johnny and Gigi first. Okay, we got to tackle this in steps. All right, let's see. So Johnny didn't want you guys to get divorced, and yet he married Gigi. Interesting. Let's see. No, just Johnny. Oh, okay, just Johnny. Okay, so we're just taking a look at Johnny. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Johnny, Cancer. And the connection with Gigi, Aquarius. What's the vibe there when it comes to his marriage? Let's see. So interesting. So this is the card that is clarifying their marriage. I mean, even the image itself has a married couple. How interesting is that? He remarried Gigi a year later. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of information coming through the comments here. Well, that pretty much answers that question. He could be attracted somehow to this connection. There's a lesson to be learned here. She could be coming through as a karmic partner. So it's got its ups and downs for sure. Certainly it can be very challenging. Interesting. Even though they're married, it's coming through. They're more like friends rather than a married couple. It's coming through as a karmic partnership. So whenever I see that combination, it could be telling us that there's a lesson that needs to be learned, certainly on Johnny's behalf. I mean, it could be for Gigi as well. They're better off as friends, honestly. That's the way it's coming through here. Look how interesting this gets. So this is the deck. This is the front of the deck. This is what came through. So his vibe is coming through very strongly in this message. This is what he has chosen for himself. And it could be an indication that he sees it more as maybe a marriage of convenience. This is her second marriage. Interesting. And then we have a conflict. You know, every time I see this card, it reminds me of a conflict because there could be three people in the picture. So that could be you. You know, maybe he's conflicted because, you know, as you mentioned, he didn't want to get divorced. That is interesting. So let's clarify this and let's see what else we can bring forward here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Johnny, Cancer. Gigi, Aquarius. And she has 5 kids. Whoa. All right, what's up with this? What is up? Interesting, we've got the Queen. Oh my God, I don't mean to laugh. But Queen of Pentacles. There's something very maternal about the Queen of Pentacles. So just the fact that you mentioned she's got 5 kids, and here we go. It's kind of literally, as you're typing all this out in the comments, it's coming through in the cards. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Of course, the 3 of Pentacles represents teamwork, 2 people who should be on the same page, wanting the same things. I mean, they are ultimately still in a marriage. I mean to laugh. I'm looking at all of your laughing emojis. Oh my gosh. I would not bet on it. I do not see a karmic marriage lasting. There's too many challenges there. So I don't know if they are having arguments or if they really just don't see eye to eye. Again, it's coming through more like a marriage of convenience, more like they're buddies rather than, you know, husband and wife. Ten of Wands. Wow, interesting. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups. So it's clarifying here that Johnny specifically, he's got some regrets here that might have something to do with the two of you. And then, you know, we've got the Ten of Wands. We can't ignore that. So I kind of feel it's got something to do with his regrets. Something possibly to do with the connection between the two of you. So if he really didn't want to get divorced, then that's an issue. You know, that's something that could be the heaviness that he's carrying. And so he kind of put himself in a situation where it will come through with all of these conflicts because he himself is conflicted. Ay, ay, ay. He posted every day and her on Facebook that she is his world. She says he's the love of her life. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people post things on social media just to make it look good on the surface. The way it's coming through here, it's a whole different picture. It's almost like, I don't buy it, you know, even though that's what came through on Facebook or wherever it is that they posted that. That's not the vibe. That's not the energy. That's not the energy. So, Six of Cups representing the nostalgia. When you're with somebody, there's no need to be nostalgic about the person. They're right there with you. So part of the nostalgia more than likely has something to do with you, Crystal. That is what I'm kind of getting here. Wow. How interesting is this? So he's coming through. Emperor energy. He represents the divine masculine. And, you know, whenever that presents itself, I kind of feel that he's thinking about taking some sort of action that's got something to do with you, or possibly if he's serious about it and if he's really discontent in this situation, part of that action could be that he might decide to end it. Because if he's coming through as the Emperor, he's got the power to do whatever it is that he feels the need to do in order to address a situation, to fix a situation. Nine of Cups. Tower. There you go. So the direction that this is going, it could fall apart. This can represent the separation. So I don't honestly feel that the marriage has the right foundation to last. You keep bumping into his parents lately? How interesting. Isn't that funny that life works out that way? I've experienced that myself. You know, it's like you're dealing with a particular person or situation, and all of a sudden, somehow you either meet somebody that you know or knows them, and life just finds a way to put you onto that path. So if he's wishing to be with you again, let's just say, this needs to happen between him and Gigi. That's the only way that this is going to be able to manifest in the 3D. This could be picking up off of your vibe, okay? Your instincts, your intuition, what you're feeling in your heart when it comes to Johnny, you know, because this could be giving you an indication already that something's off with them, that it just doesn't have what it takes to go the distance. You never had an issue with them? Okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So wherever he's at on this trajectory right now, I don't feel that it's going to last forever. It doesn't have a strong enough foundation to sustain that. And, you know, there could be a part of you that's kind of picking up that this might come back around for you. But it is going to take some time. It's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't feel. Seven of Pentacles is one of those things where you got to just wait and see how it all unfolds. So yeah, it's requiring you to have some patience to see how this all plays out. And then the Death card, it's coming through here. So something's going to end in order for something new to come in, a new beginning to replace that ending. And we've got the Lovers card. So it falls on him to be able to make a decision when it comes to his love connection, you know, or his romantic life, matters of the heart. it falls on him to be able to make the decision if he really wants to end this marriage in order for the two of you perhaps to revisit your relationship, possibly a second marriage, remarrying. It's not impossible. It can happen. But one chapter needs to phase out first, you know, if that makes sense. Look at this, 5 of Pentacles, followed by the 2 of Cups. So if he still has love in his heart for you, Crystal, then this for me could represent how Gigi might ultimately feel if he decides to end that marriage. You know, she's left out in the cold in order for him to pursue the connection that he's really meant to be with. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool, which is a fresh start. So that is what I have. I mean, I hope that makes sense for you. And you just said that makes sense. So that is the way it's presenting itself here for me. So as far as the whole overall situation, don't do anything hasty. You know, he certainly needs time to be able to process everything and to take the action that's necessary in order for things to play out in the way it's outlined here in this reading. Okay, so feel free to go ahead and request a follow-up on this if, you know, you notice something happening as the weeks unfold or even as the months unfold, something to do with this connection, and, you know, we'll certainly go back and revisit it. All right, thank you so much, Crystal. That was an interesting reading, I must say. All right, Cameron Carr. All right, guys, is there anyone else that needs a personal mini reading? So, Ashanta, we did yours. Crystal's done. And I think I saw a question from somebody, but let me just double check that. Oh, you're so welcome, Crystal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see. Was there somebody else? Or Olivia? Livia, if you're interested in getting a reading today, it's a paid reading. So if you want me to go ahead and take a look at that situation with your Leo person, I'd be happy to do that. So it's either Super Chat or any of the payment forms down below. You can also email me at celestialforecast@gmail.com if you don't want it here through this live stream format. And I'd be more than happy to do that for you. All right, guys, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I'm so grateful that we didn't have all of the glitches that we did a couple weeks ago. It was absolutely horrible. Everything just went wrong. We couldn't hop back on no matter what we did. And of course, today we had audio issues, but I'll take that over what happened before. So I don't see any other requests for a personal reading here, guys. Let me just make sure. Yes, Crystals, typically on Sundays, but if I ever decide to change it, I'll always announce it ahead of time. But yeah, we're planning on Sundays for now. Yeah, so that seems to be our schedule. If there's ever a change, guys, I'll always announce it on the community tab here on YouTube or on my Instagram page. If you don't already follow me there, it's The Celestial Forecast by Carrie on IG. All right, guys, so I think we're going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have an enjoyable rest of your day. So on behalf of myself and my daughter Cameron, we will see you guys on the next live stream. And also, I just posted brand new videos today, so check those out if you haven't seen them already. It provides you with 3 different scenarios per sign, so, you know, feel free to check those out if that's something that you're interested in doing. Thank you guys so very much. We'll catch you on the next